Hello everyone. Thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel today, Get Crafty with Sally. My name is Sally Poole. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. Today I'm going to be doing something different that I've never done before. I have been a demonstrator since 2016. For many years just a hobby demonstrator, but the last year I have started making card making videos and posting them on my YouTube channel. So today I am not doing a tutorial, but I'm doing an unboxing from the new mini catalog, September through December 2023. I've never done an unboxing before, so I've actually already opened the box and took a lot of the products out of their packages, so we won't have to waste time doing that. Anyway, here is the new upcoming catalog. It should be going out to customers at the end of this month. And the way I'm going to go through my order is I'm going to actually go by page number of how I ordered things. Some things go together by page number. There's a couple things that don't, but that's okay too. So I hope you enjoy this, and if you have any questions, please leave me a comment, or you can email me at dannydog75@hotmail.com. So let's get started. So demonstrators were allowed to pre-order on August 2nd. Customers will be able to order on September 6th. There's a ton of awesome stuff in the catalog. Of course, I didn't get it all. I did get what I thought was quite a bit of stuff. And it's enough to keep me busy for a while, but there still is plenty more that I would like to get, and I'll have to look at it later. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this pack of iridescent adhesive back discs. They are on page 9. They do go with a bundle that's in the catalog, but I did not get it. They're very pretty. They are 4mm in size, so that's a good size. That's about the size I like to use, 3mm, 4mm. The colors are Poppy Parade, Pool Party, Melon Mambo, White, and Granny Apple Green. So I think those will be really fun to play with. Can you see the shimmer on those? I think they're wonderful. So next we have the Merriest Trees bundle. I did get the whole bundle, the stamps and the dies. There's some really cute, oh my gosh, this is all squished up. A bunch of my designer series paper packs, all of the corners were all bent. And it's weird because my box wasn't smashed, so I don't understand that. That kind of had a rough trip too. Anyway, this has a couple really cute little stamps in it. The little ornament one here, and then the little, I don't know if they're stars, snowflakes, twinkly lights. Those are on one stamp, but then there's a die that cuts out the same grouping, but it cuts them out separately, so you can glue all of your little ornaments on separately. So there's several tree dies in here. They do fit this tree. You can also cut out just the solid trees, and then you could use this stamp in the middle, and then you wouldn't have any of these lines to interrupt that. So it does have dies for, there's the basket that goes around your tree, strings of lights. There's several of those that fit down the tree nicely, different stars, lots of great different things. And there is a coordinating pack of paper for this called Walk in the Forest, but I didn't even notice it until after I had placed my order. So I didn't get it yet. Now I'm going to have to order. So make sure you don't miss it. It's at the very beginning of the catalog where it doesn't quite look like there's things to order yet. So keep an eye out for things like that. There's a couple items throughout the catalog that you don't really notice, that they're kind of in the background. So I think the best thing to do, once you've gone through your catalog and kind of picked out what you think you're going to get, go to the back where they have everything grouped by like the bundles, the designer series paper, the embossing folder, the embellishments. Look through that area, and you might see things that you've missed in the catalog. So unfortunately, I didn't do that this time, and I wish I would have. So that's the Merriest Trees. Next up, I have the Night Divine bundle, and I think this is just fabulous. It is on pages 14 through 16. There is a suite for this. I did not get the suite. There's another stamp and die set that kind of coordinates with it. I did not get that one. But I really liked these dies. I thought they'd be fun to play with. I love nativity scenes. I love Christmas. So on a lot of these, well, this one in particular, you don't even have to use this whole die. You could cut this out and then just use the center if you wanted. And I think I will do that on some projects. And the sentiments on this stamp set that go with it are absolutely fabulous, I think. And I love the scripty fonts. I'm a big font nut. So let's see, that is the Night Divine bundle. So on page 15, there is a specialty designer series paper called Shining Brightly, and since it's specialty, we can assume that it's got foil, and boy does this have foil. This is very vanilla Night of Navy and lots of gold foil. So there's that pattern. This one. And then this wonderful night sky with all these gold stars. Hopefully you can see this. And then we also in the very vanilla have, and you'll notice maybe that the patterns are repeating. Here's these sprigs in Night of Navy, and now we're seeing them in the very vanilla. Here's the next one in very vanilla. And then here's the night sky with the gold stars in very vanilla. And these are just one-sided. So that is a 12 by 12 pack of 6 sheets. And that is Shining Brightly, page 15. I'm sure I'll be ordering more of that one. So the next item is so beautiful. This pack of paper is called Oh Holy Night, which is my favorite song ever. It is on page 15. There are 12 sheets of this paper, 2 each of 6 double-sided designs. And the colors are basic black, very vanilla, copper clay, misty moonlight, boho blue, night of navy, crumb cake, and pebble path. So let's go through these and see what they look like. There's the back of that. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's little, I don't know, they're kind of little squares. And I think, I'm not really sure what this is, but since there's a ground base on here, I don't know if this is supposed to be mountains or if this is the sky again, a stormy sky, deserty. Anyway, I think it is absolutely beautiful. There's the back of that one. So that must be the copper clay. And then here's a great piece with the night sky and the stars. Got a lot of water splotch looking things on it, which I love. Here's a little bit lighter blue with some stars. These are going to be so fun to play with. And here's just kind of a different blues, light to dark on that sheet. This is beautiful too. And I was thinking what might be fun to do is, let me see if I can grab this die set without fouling everything else up, is maybe take a piece like this or one of those that have the brown ground base on it and cut some of these scenes out. Maybe since it looks like it's dark night, you could just cut them out in basic black and just put those and a sentiment on the card, and I just think it would be beautiful. So the back of that is kind of a little paintbrushy effect, and it does actually have a little design in it. I love it too. This one is absolutely fantastic. So that is like the little city out under the night sky. Fabulous, fabulous paper. And the back of that looks like more copper clay. And then here's another night sky over kind of a paint brushy wash effect of different blues. Just really stunning papers. And I don't know if you've ever watched how Stampin' Up makes their papers, but if you haven't, you should go look that up sometime. I'm pretty sure they're on YouTube. Here's the back of that one. And it might be Pebbled Path. So that, I'm guessing, is going to be a great seller for Stampin' Up. So the next item is just a super duper cute bundle. This is called Very Cute. It's on pages 22 through 24. There is a suite for this. I did not get the suite. I just got the bundle and the designer series paper and some gems, I think. So this stamp set bundles with a punch with this darling bear on it. And the punch punches out the little walking bear, so you can see that his little front paw is lifted up and he's walking. And it has little trees, looks like a maybe 2-stamp set thing, and some gifts. There's a little scarf you can put on the bears, or a little hat, some great sentiments. And I am boring my dog to pieces. I don't know if you can hear her in the background, but she is snoring away. So next, I have the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. This is on page 23. It's a really nice embossing folder. Hopefully you can see the detail on this. Try to get it so my light doesn't reflect. And I think, let's see, I can't remember. This, it's got the lighter snow up here, and it looks like it's accumulating down here, but it's the reverse on the picture here. And I think it would be fine either way. I am sure I will use it both ways. So that, again, is the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. So next I have, on the same page, page 23, these are adhesive-backed glitter sequins. And they are 4mm and 5mm, so they're really good size. I guess I could take them out of the package. Maybe it won't look so bright and reflective. Did that help any? These are blue, and they don't give a specific blue, but it's very pretty. It's a real crystal clear blue. Also white and old olive. And I don't remember if I said 4mm and 5mm, but they're great size. And they are very, very flat. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they do not stick up very much. So they will be great for sending through the mail. Next, I have some very, very cute Christmas DSP. This coordinates with the very cute bundle. And you can see that this designer series paper has a few bears that are walking, and they've got this little foot lifted up. So those are the ones that this punch is going to work on. So you'll be able to cut out all of these little bears with the punch, which I love it when Stampin' Up! Gives us the designer series paper that we can use that way with the punches and the dies. So there's the back of that piece, and they're kind of into the sweater designs, which you can see several of the little bears have sweaters and scarves. And then this too is a great piece of paper. There's some bears sleeping on the little icebergs. One's looking up at the sky. He's got somewhere to go. Great paper. These are going to be fun to make cards out of. So there's the back of that one. This one, more of a sweater look in the reds. I guess I didn't tell you the colors. These are Real Red, Old Olive, Balmy Blue, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, Crumb Cake, Crushed Curry, Flirty Flamingo, lemon lolly, mossy meadow, pecan pie, and berry vanilla. Wow. So wait till you see the other side of this. So cute. Look at all these animals. There's little reindeer, deer, a wolf, seal, little bunny. Super cute. So now you can see where some of those many colors are coming into play. So here's another really cute sheet. There's a big bear and a little baby bear. Really cute where he's got the gift on his head. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but these look like the snow is blowing, like they're walking in a flurry. The back of this one has trees in blue and greens. The next piece has snowflakes in blue. And look at this one, how cute is it? It's got all the animals' little footprints, the bears, the wolf, the reindeer, and then some random packages. I just think that's so cute. And then this sheet just has packages on it. So I can think of plenty of things we can do with this one. You might even be able to cut some of these packages out, fussy cut them by hand and use them on your cards. The back of that one is more sweater-ish design in green. And that's the end of that package. So another super cute one. And I can't remember if I mentioned, I don't think I did. Remember the tree set bundle that I showed earlier? Excuse me, that I said there was paper that went with it that I missed? That paper, it's called Walk in the Forest, and it's on page 5. It also has a brown bear that coordinates with this punch. So that's something else you can get. If you're going to get this bundle, that would be a great designer series paper to grab also. So the next item that I got is called Winter Owls. Don't you love this? How cute is this? I just love owls anyway. So this is going to be really fun to play with. So it's got some really nice sentiments. The owls are just awesome. There's some little snowflakes, the moon. This could be a sprig, or you could use it for a tree. The dies, let's see, I believe this one cuts out this owl, and then the other two do these. There's this great little tree trunk die, and it also embosses. So I think both of these smaller owls might fit sitting in there. And then there's also some, this is just a die that doesn't match anything. He's kind of flying away and looking back. And then there's some wing feather dies. I'm not sure what those look like. I haven't tried them yet. So I just think that's a great bundle too. Those of you that love owls, you're going to love that set. So the next set is called Fragrant Forest, and it is just a large background stamp. This is on page 27. I don't know if I mentioned that the owls were on page 26. This one's on page 27, and I think it would be beautiful in heat embossed, or if you used the Stamparatus and sponge daubers or blending brushes or something and put different tones of ink on here and stamped it. So that one's going to be fun to play around with too. So next, also on page 27, is a stamp set, and it's just a large background stamp too. This is called Graceful Deer, and I love it. It's got the 3 deer, the buck, the doe, and I'm assuming this is a little yearling, out in the snow. There's a little bird. I'm guessing these are either birch or alder trees. So this will be nice too. And I think this is probably going to be relatively easy to color if it needs to be colored at all. So I'll look forward to seeing samples of this and what people do with it. But I love deer, so of course I had to get this stamp. So the next thing I got was some, I'm almost afraid to open them because you know how this stuff goes everywhere. These are called Loose Holly Gems and Sequins, and they are on page 29. There are 550 pieces. They come in real red, shaded spruce, and gold. Let me see if I can remove some of these so you can see what actually is in here. So they're kind of a plasticky material. They're not paper. They're not foil. They're pretty sturdy. There's musical notes in gold, holly leaves, and then some rhinestones. And they are in real red. The green is shaded spruce, and then the musical notes are gold. Aren't those pretty? I'm not sure what size the gems are. I can't remember if it said in the catalog or not. They're a good size though. They don't look too big. I don't like using the really big gems. So next up is Joy of Christmas Designer Series paper. This is on page 29. I think it's beautiful. Of course, it's the traditional Christmas colors. We have cherry cobbler, real red, old olive, shaded spruce, pecan pie, and pebbled path. And I don't know if you can tell on here, but this paper has, I don't know how they did it. It's got a real light look to it in the background, almost like, I don't know, it just makes the paper look really light. It doesn't look like it would be a heavy paper, but it is the normal paper weight. The back of this one is kind of a wood design. So I'm assuming that is Pebbled Path. And then there's this green check, which would be shaded spruce. And they're not really all straight and nice and even. They're kind of wonky, which is kind of cool. The other side of that is more of the wood design, and that would be pecan pie. And then here's some more of the holly, berries, leaves, and sprigs, kind of in a smaller design. Isn't that beautiful? The back of that piece is musical notes in Pebbled Path. And then here's just a really pretty sheet of leaves. Lots of different tones of green in there. That also has that almost transparent-y, lighter paper looking background. What do you think of this? It's hard to tell what it is, but I think that it's also leaves and berries, but the colors are so close to each other, it's hard to tell. There's not a lot of definition in the pattern, but that's going to be fun to use. Be great with some gold foil of some kind. So here's another of the checked, but it's in the red this time. And then more musical notes in Pecan Pie. Oh my gosh, I love this sheet. I just think this is so, so pretty. So this is the holly berries and the branches. Isn't that pretty? And it also has that light background looking, it's hard to explain. You'll have to see it in person, but it's beautiful. I love it. And a lot of people might think it's too red, but it is stunning. So here is another shaded spruce, and it looks like it also has the pattern of the holly berries and the leaves and things, but it's not distinct. The colors are so close that you really can't make everything out in the design unless you really look at it. So that's probably going to be a big seller too, because everybody likes this type of Christmas paper, especially in the traditional colors. So next, let's see. I have the Christmas Tidings embossing folder. Super cute new embossing folder. It's got a little gingerbread man on it, some ornaments, holly leaves, poinsettia, a lot of greeting words. And let me see if I have a piece of paper I can put in here so you can see it a little bit better. Does that help other than the reflection? So this would be fun. I think it's going to be a great folder. And there's lots of things you can do with these embossing folders. You know, you don't just have to emboss your paper. You can, there's techniques where you can put ink on either side of these and then run your paper through, and it'll push the ink out on the design that you've got it on. Didn't explain it very well, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, that is the Christmas Tidings embossing folder, and I think it's just super cute. So next, get ready for this because it is absolutely fabulous. This is the Magical Meadow bundle. It is on pages 36 through 38. There is a suite, so it's depending on what all you want to get with yours. I just got the bundle, some gems, and the designer series paper. I think it's so pretty. I don't know if you can see these little tree stamps, lots of berries, lots of foliage, leaves. I'm a big font person, and I love this font. And let's see, I think, well, I was going to say I think they're a little bit smaller, but maybe not. I think they're standard size sentiments. So there is designer series paper that matches it, and let me show you really quickly while I have this out here, if I can find it. I don't want to get out of order. And of course, I am not finding it. Oh, here it is. This piece of paper, I guess I should have tried it before I spoke, but I was thinking that maybe, because this die fits there, maybe this die fits on some of these pieces. I don't know, I'll have to check into that a little more. It looks like it would cut that out nice. Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens with that one. There is a, isn't it funny how you can never put things back the way they were? There's also a die in here that just embosses little snowflakes. I'm pretty sure it doesn't cut. So that is just a beautiful set, and I'm sure you're going to see a lot of projects with this one. That is Magical Meadow, pages 36 through 38. And then also on page 37, these gems coordinate with that bundle or suite. They are called Faceted Gems Trio Pack. They are on page 37. There's 75 pieces. They are 6mm, and they do stick up a little bit. They are Lost Lagoon, white, and smoky slate, and they are beautiful. They're kind of that little bumpy, shiny feel. These are going to be great. Okay, so next, out of that suite, which I don't have suite, is the Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. This is on page 37. There are 12 sheets, 2 each of 6 double-sided designs. And the colors are Basic Black, Garden Green, Pebbled Path, Shaded Spruce, Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Blueberry Bushel, Moody Mauve, and Smoky Slate. So let's go through these. Isn't this stunning? Oh my goodness. And this kind of reminds me of the one-sheet wonders that people do. So this is going to be fun. So the back of that is a bunch of blues and a really pretty design. My mother, who has been gone for several years, used to do gorgeous watercolor paintings, and she had a technique of when she would, her paper would be wet and she would put some color down. She would actually throw rock salt on there, and it did this kind of a little design. So I don't know if that's what Stampin' Up does or not, but it looks the same to me. It's very pretty. So here's a really nice sheet, and you know that I like deer, so I really like this one. So this is one of those sheets that you can cut and then cut in 4 inches, and then you would get 6 really nice cards out of a sheet. And I love the colors on this one. I just think it's really pretty. So the back of this one is, I'm not sure what color that is. I'm going to say Pebbled Path, but it looks pretty light. But that's really pretty too. So here's some more holly berries. Pretty colors. That looks like Moody Mauve. The back of that one is the same kind of thing, and I don't know if this is Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon. I don't know. It looks bluish. And then here's these pretty little trees. Love this paper. These colors are so pretty. The back of it is smoky slate. Looks kind of like my counter. And then here's another stunning sheet. Look at these colors. I must just like these blues and greens together. Isn't that pretty? The back of that one, that must be Blueberry Bushel. Pretty vivid blue, isn't it? It's so pretty. And then here's some trees. Little trees that look like they're in a blizzard. Not somewhere you'd want to be. And then the back of that, very pretty. So another stunning pack of Designer Series paper. So let's see. I'm getting towards the end, sorta. So the next item is the Distressed Tile 3D embossing folder. It's really pretty, and I know we've had these tile embossing folders before, but this one has more of a vintage distressed look, which I love distressed stuff. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's little areas that are, I don't know, kind of worn looking. It's not all the same perfect pattern. Let me show you the folder. So can you see there's a couple places like here and here that the tile isn't clear, that it's distressed on here. It's a great folder. I love it. So next is something really fun. The Distressed Tile embossing folder was on page 43. I don't remember if I said that or not. The next item is called Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks, and they're on page 47. There are, you're not going to be able to see those at all. I guess that is houndstooth. Is that what it's called? And then there's snowflakes. So these are like the black masks that we have. They do feel a little heftier, so they might stand up to blending brushes a little better. This one has leaves and acorns, autumn foliage. This would be really pretty. And then the really cool thing is this set of layering masks. I should have grabbed a solid sheet of paper, and I don't see one handy. Let me grab my catalog. So there are 4 of these, and if you'll notice, there is a notch up at the top, and they are each numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you would do is let me try the blue. That'll be better. So you would have white paper. You would lay number 1 down and take your yellow or whatever you want your sunflower leaves to be. You could use different colors, yellows, oranges, pumpkin pie. Color all of those in, and then you're going to grab number 2, and then you're going to match up that notch with where you had it on that one. Color in your leaves with whatever greens that you want. And then number 3, and then number 4, so on. And your colors would probably get darker. So let me do this backwards and see if it'll show up. And you can try to imagine the colors that you would be seeing. I guess I could just do this and do that. Whoops. And line them up. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but you would have your sunflowers with the centers and the leaves. So these are going to be fun to play with, I think. And this would be a great tool for assembly line card fronts. So that's going to be a great item. I'm sure glad that Stampin' Up! Finally came out with those. So let's see. The next thing I have is a stamp set called So Sincere. It's on page 47. This stamp was inspired by a million sales achiever, Sandy Hancock. So she got to design this stamp set. That's what you get to do when you sell $1 million worth of products. Goals. So she collaborated with Stampin' Up's artists to have this set made, and I think it's just wonderful. Hopefully everybody will get this one because the sentiments are sentiments that most of us would use daily. When you're looking for a card to send to somebody for a certain whatever's going on in their life, you'll probably find a sentiment that fits here. Anyway, I think that's just a great set. So next we have, yay, more pearls. These are called Blooming Pearls. They're on page 53. There's 120 pieces, 30 each of 4 colors. Garden green, gold, petal pink, and pretty peacock. And the sizes are 3 millimeter, which is one of my favorites, and 5 millimeter, which is not one of my favorites. I rarely use the bigger ones, so 3 and 4 millimeter are my favorite, but I love these colors. And I am one of those people that does color my pearls with my Stampin' blends, so I'm glad that we have these colored pearls. Next, I have, almost to the end, the Translucent Florals bundle. This is on page 56 in the catalog, and you may have already seen samples of this set online. Demonstrators that attended a Stampin' Up! Event called Creativity Now were allowed to pre-order this bundle. I did not attend that, so I got it in the pre-order. Take a look online. These stamps come out beautifully. They actually, the images look like this. It looks like you can see through them. So give that a look-see, and I think that you'll like it. And I am to the last item now. You might be shocked and amazed. We have deckled circle dies. These are on page 63. There are 14 dies in this set. The largest die is 5 3/4 inches in diameter. It's big. And the smallest die is 1 inch. I don't know that I'll use these, the larger ones, but they would be great for scrapbooking. So any of you that do scrapbooking, you might absolutely love these. I will use a lot of the other ones though, because I do love dies like this, shape dies. And I like it when they come out with, I don't know, different shapes of the shapes, whatever you want to call that. The deckled edge is very nice. So anyway, that is everything that I ordered thus far. I will have to go back and place another order to get the paper that matches the trees. So I'm sure I'll find a few other things that I need then too. So please remember that if you place an order with me, I do still refund standard shipping in the US. So that helps out a lot, I think. I appreciate you watching my video, spending a little time with me today. I hope you enjoy these products. I hope you'll get your wish list going and get ready to order things for yourself next month. Keep looking online because you'll be seeing demonstrators create with these new products. It'll be fun to watch. And again, I thank you for being here, and I will catch you next time. Bye now.